far as I'm concerned, if it's people hating, they can still suck a been a drill, bitch, I'm sick. Urban deals with this shit. Real niggas always gonna excel for
Wait, bitch, I'm good, yeah, I'm straight. Hit the wood, it was late.
high as fuck, feeling great.
Wait, fuck, never mind.
Hi, welcome back to my channel, y'all. So today I am going to be talking about toxic relationships. Today I am going to be talking about toxic not too much. I am only speaking from experience, from mine. I don't know what anybody else has going on. I'm just going to speak on what I can remember from the past, you feel me? So I was in a toxic relationship and it lasted for about a year and some change, and man, had my mind gone, you feel me? The way the relationship started, for us to even start talking, was unhealthy as fuck. And so just like, I was talking to him when he was in a relationship. This relationship was unhealthy, it was abusive, it was full of insecurities, full of dishonesty. Completely had no trust, no setting of boundaries, no independence. For me, when I look back at it, and the type of relationships that I will gravitate to or set a standard to have does not even compare to that. But I had to see what didn't work and see what was completely unhealthy and just not for me, to be able to get to a point where I could see what was for me. Okay, so first I'm going to start with the relationship is ending from high school, going into when I started college, and it ended over something so simple, y'all. So simple, but I think when a woman gets to that point where they're just like, I don't deserve this shit. Like, I'm going to choose better for myself, and that's just it. Like, I don't want that. Nah, it's like, I'm tired of giving my energy to something and someone who doesn't really appreciate me. Like, so that's what happened. So one of the first signs, it was very insecure, full of insecurities. I'm a flirt, and realizing, like, and working on myself, like, I love to flirt, but back then I really did not flirt. When I was in a relationship, I was completely committed. I would bend over backwards, do whatever that person needed me to do for them, and I would completely lose myself in that person. That was an issue for me. I wasn't allowed to really communicate with other guys in a way that was like friendly, because he was insecure. He was insecure about himself. And when it was a situation where I was talking to an ex, texting an ex, but it was very friendly, and like, I let him see the messages because he wanted to go through my phone and see what we were talking about, and that led to like a little altercation where he was like pushing on me, grabbing on me. And I think that was the first time that he, like, you know, when somebody like does like this, like pokes your eye, and he poked my eye, and so, you know, when the little blood vessel can like burst in your eye, that happened. And that was the first time that I lied and said, like, you know, well, that happened, that was an accident, you know, me and my friend were playing, and, you know, something like that. If someone had asked me, I would say that. And that's like when it first started. It really just showed me where I was. It showed me what I was allowing and what I was attracting. And just, I had this attitude of, when I got attention from guys, like, I never tried to pick up guys. It just kind of like happened, you know. But now that I understand energy and attraction, it was like, of course I wanted him at that point in time, and it just happened. I completely wrapped myself into him. I lost my identity. I was always coming back. We broke up multiple times, and I got back together with him. I went back, or he came back. It was like that push and pull. It was just like, can't be apart, but shit, we're not working together, but we keep coming back because we're attached to each other. And that what was happening. Shit. And I was very available to him. I never withheld sex. I was so just open with that. I would never hold back. I was like, And I remember a lot of times I felt very lonely. I remember a time where I was having sex with him and I literally went blank in the middle, and I was just like feeling so numb. I was like, what are you doing? And it's like, I can't leave. I don't know what this is. And nobody understood that. Nobody understood that it was something beyond sex at that point. And oh my gosh, he cheated on me so many times with multiple different women, but it was this one altercation with this girl, and this caused problems in my life where she tried to like leak my pictures and videos that I was making with the guy that were explicit, you know, and it was completely a load of crap full of bullshit. And I went back to him. I went back to the same person, caused me pain and all this drama and stress because I thought I loved him. I felt like this is what love is. You endure, you're gonna get a fucked up person, but we're gonna make it work. I can change him. He can change. I can make him better. No, he's gonna kill the fuck out of you. He's gonna kill you. And then he was having sex with multiple people, and then we were fucking without protection, and that just, everybody's energy was meshing together, and I was beefing with so many girls, beefing with the exes, beefing with the people he was sleeping with, and then we were violent towards each other, and it was a very toxic, just all of that circling back around, and it was so unhealthy, so draining, so a complete load of crap. I remember the day that we were fighting each other, and I don't know what it was about, but we were fighting, and in the car, I was sitting in the front, and I was afraid, but I was like, I'm not a punk, I'm not gonna just let him hit on me. And so like, I was hitting him back, and I was calling him stupid, cussing him out, and one of the girls that he was cheating on me with lived across the street from the place that we were going to. So he literally went across the street and he was talking to her, but I didn't even know at that time, because one of the other girls that he was cheating on was already at the location that we were going to. So I was upset about that, but he was like 2 steps ahead of me, and I was really dumb and naive for this person. And that was the day I slapped him, and boy, he did not like that. Like, a man with a huge ego thinks he's the shit, especially if he's fucking multiple women, girls. He don't like being challenged. He didn't like that. And he literally came in the house and he was trying to like hit me, and everybody was like, don't do that. And I literally felt like so low at that point. Like, I went in the room and I was like crying, and he was still upset with me, still trying to like get to me to like hit me and like tell me like, don't do that shit to me, like don't ever challenge me again. And that still wasn't even the last straw. And I took him back, of course, and probably it was like this cycle. Like, he would do something, I would get mad, he would apologize, or I would go back, and that's how it was. And then it would happen all over again, and I was completely wrapped in him, lying, staying over his house. I was playing wife, and I really felt like that was the man I was gonna marry. I felt like that was the man I was gonna have my kids by. Shit. It was always this ride of unpredictable emotions. It was never, I feel safe, I feel secure. It was like, I'm always just up and down, up and down. I don't know if this is real happiness or pretend. But I'm staying with it because I feel like I can change him. And then we went on this trip for our class, our senior trip. And from that day, I didn't really like that trip because that was a time we were broken up, separated. But I took him back on that trip because I was lonely. And I did not like seeing him being this close. I was like, we should be happy and experiencing this like time together on this, in this moment. And he probably said some bullshit. Like, it wasn't really an open, sincere conversation. I was like, just be honest with me, and he was honest, but it was like I feel like just not healthy. But me being me, I needed him for the title. I needed him for the idea of I have someone, so it's gonna work. And yeah, we were on again, off again, and we graduated together. And so many stories, y'all, it's just coming back to me. And it was a lot of moments where I wish I could redo that year single, independent. Shit, if I could redo it with the same mindset and awareness that I am in now, it would have been an amazing year by myself, or just me doing me, being independent and not really giving a fuck, not having anything to tie me down. I think, but that all happened for a reason, for me to be able to get to this point of knowing myself and working on myself and realizing what I want out of a relationship and everything. And I ended up letting it go over something super simple. He was like, "You're so clingy." And he got caught up in like legal situations, and it was just like at a point where it was like, listen, I'm just trying to give you a lot of affection before you get into this situation. So, okay, I'm done. And he tried to get a family member to contact me, and they were telling me how much he missed me and wanted to be with me. And but at that point I was like, I'm done. This is what's meant to happen. I feel like, you know, this is it. And yeah, you don't have to contact me, you know, for anything. And that was the day I walked away. So calm, so collected, and you know, and that was that. But there's a lot of more stories in between that. But that was my toxic, unhealthy, abusive, insecure ass, piece of an ass relationship. And I got out of it. And I'm still here. And anyone going through that, anyone where relationship is defeating you mentally, emotionally, physically, and if you have to be like making excuses or lying for him or covering up bruises, marks, being afraid, settling, compromising who you are, giving up pieces of yourself, giving away pieces of yourself for a relationship, man or woman, but this is just, you know, I was with a man. It doesn't matter. Let them go. And you'll find the strength too. I did. And it's one of the best decisions I ever made. And I don't regret the lessons that come with that, because that taught me about another type of person, that taught me about how people truly are and how you can be attached to a feeling, an idea of someone, and it's really all an illusion. And you're lying to yourself, trying to convince yourself that it's okay, and it's not. Let it go. Raise your standards and let that half of an ass man, woman go. It's not worth it. It's not worth your health, your mental health. It's not worth your emotional stability. Find who you are again without them. And it would be one of the best things that you could have ever done for yourself. And I will be making a video of the transition from releasing that toxic relationship. And so you guys stay tuned. I'm so glad that you made it to the end of this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It's your girl, Bmyjewels, the one and only, signing out. I love you guys.